on your show before. I don't know when the last time I heard you say it, but I remember you saying it really resonated with me. And that is that Wall Street is a giant Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
And Johnny and I, again, we have a show called Cash Daddies, where with a good friend of ours, Howie Dewey, he's really good at picking these stocks and stuff like that. But we always have moments, Lee, where like we'll be reading stuff on the internet, watching YouTube videos that are saying, oh, let's say Disney's quarter didn't go well or whatever it might be. And then you take a look at their stock and it's soaring. And you go, okay, there seems to be this giant disconnect between what's happening on a business level and what's happening on a stock market level. And and I always go, well, Lee Camp, I heard him say this a long time ago. So do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've covered it a few times. The best book on it is by Ton Lu. It's called The Ponzi Factor. He used to work in Wall Street and in banks, and then he came out with this book. And of course, because of that, he is censored and maligned, and they won't allow him to even comment on Reddit and stuff. But anyway, what it says, and it's I know people are not into reading 900 pages books. This is like 12 pages long, and it refines it all down to the fact that Wall Street, your average stock on Wall Street is the dictionary definition, the SEC's definition of a Ponzi scheme. A Ponzi scheme is something where someone sells complete garbage, and the way you make money, which you can make money in a Ponzi scheme, the way you make money is by getting someone else to buy that garbage that you've talked them into is meaningful. Now, this isn't how Wall Street has always been. That your stocks used to be an investment in a company. That company would then pay you a portion of the money they made, their profit, and you were an investor in that company. That type of money making on Wall Street is incredibly rare. It is a tiny fraction of what Wall Street is. Most of Wall Street is you buy a stock and you then try and sell it eventually for more than you bought it for. If you look at the fine print on a Google stock, the piece of paper, if you were to print it out of Google stock, it says that if you brought it to Google and said, I want the money for this stock, they would owe you a penny, or a fraction of a penny. Basically, that stock is meaningless unless you get someone else to buy it. Now, if you lie to them and say, this is worth a lot of money, you can get a lot of money, and they may give you a lot of money for it. And, so it's not saying you can't make money. People think that Ponzi schemes mean you'll get screwed. Well, what gets screwed is when everybody's left holding the bag and the system collapses on itself. I mean, we saw a taste of that in 2008. But it means that this is a Ponzi scheme. If you look at the SEC's definition, the only thing they might quibble on is that, oh, well, it's Ponzi scheme is based on fraud. Wall Street is based on telling the truth about these stocks. It's like bullshit, man. Most of what is said about these businesses is lies. If you watch that documentary, just came out on HBO about a movie pass, the thing where people would pay $10 for all you can see movies. It's like they ran around on every show they could go on, CNBC, telling everyone the business was fine. It's going to make tons of money. It's going to be great. And that's what their stock was based on. And it was all lies. It's like there's no way you can sell a $10 pass for all you can see movies and make a lot of money. It was bullshit.
Pure smoke,
Yeah, pure smoke and mirrors. And that's what most of this is. It doesn't mean these companies, a lot of them don't make something. It just means that the stock market in general, I mean, Tesla's stock is worth more than all, or at times been worth more than all the other automakers in America. How could that possibly be? It's based on, belief. It's an idea. It's a fairy tale.